Perception is the active process through which the brain interprets sensory information and assigns meaning to it. It is much more than simply receiving sensations from the environment. Perception involves integrating sensory input with previous experiences, attention, emotions, and cognition to produce a meaningful understanding of the world around us. Disorders of perception are broadly divided into two major groups: sensory distortions and sensory deceptions. Let us begin with sensory distortions. In sensory distortions, a real external object is present, but it is perceived in an abnormal way. The object exists, but one or more of its characteristics are altered. The first type involves changes in intensity. Hyperesthesia refers to increased sensitivity to sensory stimuli. For hearing, this is called hyperacusis, where ordinary sounds seem excessively loud. It may occur in anxiety disorders, depression, and migraine. Visual hyperesthesia refers to unusually bright or red colors. Patients with mania or those under the influence of hallucinogens, such as LSD, may describe the environment as intensely colorful. The opposite phenomenon is hypoesthesia or hypoacusis, where sensitivity to stimuli is reduced. In delirium, the sensory threshold may be raised, while patients with severe depression often describe the world as dull, gray, or washed out. The second type of sensory distortion involves changes in quality. Chromatopsia refers to abnormal color perception. Xanthopsia produces a yellow discoloration of vision, chloropsia produces a green tint, and erythropsia produces a red appearance. These disturbances are classically associated with drugs such as digitalis and Santin. Taste perception may also be altered. For example, patients receiving lithium therapy commonly complain of a persistent metallic taste. The third category involves changes in spatial form, also known as dysmegalopsia or metamorphopsia. In micropsia, objects appear smaller than their actual size. This phenomenon is sometimes described as Lilliputian perception. In macropsia, also called megalopsia, objects appear larger than they really are. Metamorphopsia refers to distortion in the shape of objects. Straight lines may appear curved, or objects may seem twisted or irregular. The final type of sensory distortion involves the experience of time. Patients with mania often report that time is passing unusually fast, whereas individuals with severe depression frequently describe time as moving extremely slowly or even standing still. The second major category consists of sensory deceptions. Unlike sensory distortions, sensory deceptions involve the creation of a new perceptual experience rather than simply altering a real object. The first type of sensory deception is illusion. An illusion is a misinterpretation of a real external sensory stimulus. There are three important types. Completion illusions occur because the brain unconsciously fills in missing information. A common example is misreading a partially printed word in a newspaper. Affect illusions occur in the setting of intense emotional states. A frightened person may mistake a shadow for an intruder, while a recently bereaved individual may briefly think they have seen the deceased relative. Pareidolia is a vivid illusion in which meaningful images are perceived within random patterns. Examples include seeing faces in clouds, figures in flames, or animals in rock formations. The second type of sensory deception is hallucination. A hallucination is a perceptual experience occurring in the complete absence of an external stimulus. It possesses the full force and impact of a real perception and cannot be voluntarily controlled. Hallucinations are classified according to the sensory modality involved. Auditory hallucinations are the most common in psychiatric disorders, particularly schizophrenia. Visual hallucinations are more suggestive of organic disorders such as delirium, dementia, intoxication, or neurological disease. Olfactory hallucinations involve unpleasant smells and are classically associated with temporal lobe epilepsy, especially uncinate seizures. Gustatory hallucinations produce abnormal tastes such as metallic or bitter sensations and may occur in organic disorders or in patients with poisoning delusions. Tactile, also called haptic hallucinations, include sensations of touch, insects crawling under the skin, known as formication, or sensations of fluid movement, known as hygric hallucinations. Visceral or synesthetic hallucinations consist of abnormal sensations arising from internal organs, such as the feeling that organs are moving, being removed, or being torn apart. Several special types of hallucinations are frequently examined. A functional hallucination occurs when a real stimulus in one sensory modality triggers a hallucination in that same modality. For example, a patient hears voices only while a water tap is running. A reflex hallucination occurs when stimulation of one sensory modality produces a hallucination in another modality. For example, hearing someone write may produce a painful sensation in the stomach. An extracampine hallucination is experienced outside the normal sensory field, such as seeing someone standing behind oneself while looking forward. Hypnagogic hallucinations occur while falling asleep, whereas hypnopompic hallucinations occur during awakening. Otoscopy, also called the phantom mirror image, refers to seeing one's own image projected into external space. Another important perceptual disturbance is pseudo-hallucination. Pseudo-hallucinations are vivid internal mental images that resemble hallucinations but lack the substantiality of real perception. Unlike true hallucinations, they are experienced within subjective or inner space, such as in the mind's eye. Insight is usually preserved, meaning the patient recognizes that the experience is not objectively real. Although they occur involuntarily and cannot be deliberately reduced, they remain distinct from normal mental imagery because of their vividness and spontaneity. Finally, there are several other important perceptual disturbances. Depersonalization is the distressing experience of feeling detached from oneself, as though one has become unreal, strange, or emotionally disconnected. Derealization refers to the feeling that the external world has become unreal, dreamlike, lifeless, or artificial. Among disturbances of experience, déjà vu is the false feeling that a completely new situation has been experienced before. Jamais vu is the opposite phenomenon, where a familiar situation suddenly feels completely unfamiliar. The final group includes agnosias, which are disorders of recognition despite intact sensory function. Prosopagnosia is the inability to recognize familiar faces. Visual object agnosia is the inability to identify familiar objects by sight despite normal vision. Anosognosia refers to lack of awareness of one's own illness or neurological deficit, such as a patient denying paralysis of one side of the body despite obvious weakness. For examination purposes, remember the broad classification. Disorders of perception are divided into sensory distortions and sensory deceptions. Sensory distortions alter the characteristics of real stimuli, whereas sensory deceptions create new perceptual experiences. Beyond these lie pseudo-hallucinations, disturbances of self and environment, such as depersonalization and derealization, disturbances of familiarity including déjà vu and jamais vu, and disorders of recognition collectively known as agnosias. This framework provides a systematic approach to one of the most important topics in descriptive psychopathology.